on your phone.
Oh.
Hi, Troy. Good morning. We're live from the Surf Ballroom, getting ready for quarterly coffee. Good morning from the Surf Ballroom. We are getting ready for our quarterly coffee. We'll get started here in just a second. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us online. We're getting ready to get started here in just a minute. It still shows online. But I mean, all right. All right. If we could have everyone start to take their seats this morning. Got some tables here up at the front if you want to. All right, good morning, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for being here at our March quarterly coffee. Thanks to Scooters for providing coffee this morning, and then the breakfast sandwiches are from 7 Stars. So something different this morning. It's kind of fun. Thanks again for being here this morning. For those of you who are new or it's been a while since you've been to a quarterly coffee, thank you so much for coming. Just a little bit of housekeeping in regard to how this morning is going to go. We're going to get lengthier updates from the city, the Economic Development Corporation, and the school. And from there, we'll move into what I call the rapid fire portion of the agenda, where you get to highlight all of the different items that you submitted to Ashley. If you happen to be here today and you are a new chamber member, or you have something that's not on the agenda, we would also invite you to take the opportunity to whatever section of the agenda you fall into to go ahead when we have everybody line up over here for that specific section, that you're welcome to line up and share what you have to share as well. So again, excited to be here this morning. Just a few updates from us at the chamber this morning. We have weekly meetings at our building, which is really exciting. And with Dean Snyder and Atura in the room, I'm just going to say at the last meeting, they said we were down to the last 6 or 7 weeks of construction, which is amazing. So we're hoping towards the beginning of May, we can start to get moved into our new building and get all settled and ready by Memorial Day and summertime. So we're really excited about that. We're grateful for all of your generous support of the project. If you haven't supported the project, there's still room on the donation wall, so we'd love to add you to it. Just looking back a little bit at the last quarter, I'm just actually going to talk about this week specifically. We went to the Capitol on Wednesday for North Iowa Day on the Hill. It was a really great day. We brought about 60 people from North Iowa down to the Capitol, including our leadership class. So the leadership class had the opportunity to tour the Capitol, and then they got a legislative briefing from the Iowa Chamber Alliance. Those of us from North Iowa took to the rotunda, and we just talked about issues that are important to us up in this area. We talked about workforce and housing. We talked about placemaking, and it just was a really good day representing our region at the Capitol. When it comes to events, we are already majorly underway planning our events for this summer. Trish has got a lot of the Thursdays on Main stuff ready to roll. We're working on exciting America 250 4th of July celebration this summer. I'm hoping to do some kind of old-time family fun. Beth Ann will be reaching out to plan our family fun day and look at the history and some of the things that have happened over Clear Lake's 4th of July over all of the years that we've done it. So we're really, really looking forward to that. I'm not going to take too much time this morning. I have one totally unrelated thing. We have 4 tickets to the Cowboy Ball tomorrow. If anyone would like them, please see Libby. Like I said, totally unrelated, but we have them. We don't want them to go to waste. So go ahead and chat with Libby. I don't even know who's on the agenda first this morning. It's Ian. All right, so we're going to welcome our school up and get an update from Ian Dye.
Thank you. If I don't know you yet, Ian Dye, Superintendent here at the phenomenal Clear Lake Community Schools. A couple things to draw your attention to before we start the fun here today. We do have spring activities into full swing. So this is the time of year when you see groups of kids running around town, kicking soccer balls, swinging golf clubs, driving around in the yellow buses. So exciting things happening. Of course, we wrapped up a fantastic season of speech contests, music stuff, robotics team. We've got 2 robotics teams, 1 qualified for the Worlds again, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. And I think this is the fun thing is there's 2 great teams. The team that qualified is actually the younger team, the freshman sophomore group. And you know how the chips fall. They're the ones that showed up and are going to the next level. So that's awesome. We've had a great response through Stacy from businesses like yourself to partner with us in some of our current projects. Our career and academic planning responsibilities from the state are growing, and that's an amazing thing because we just started a partnership too with Iowa Jobs for America's Graduates, the IJAG group. So at our high school, we're really digging deep into helping kids find out what they want to do with the rest of their lives in a serious way, no matter what that is, any kind of work or education that they need to make that happen. So we appreciate the outreach that you've given to Stacy as we start to look for more partners in really small ways to help kids see what is available to them when they're done with school. We're interviewing for new positions for people that have retired. We're interviewing for a new counselor position this next week. We had, that won't seem like a lot, but for our kindergarten position, we had over 25 applicants for that. And there had been a dip here over the last 5 years where we were not seeing that kind of volume for teaching positions. And so that's huge. And that's a testament to the way the school's going. That's a testament to the way that the Clear Lake and Mason City area is going. That's really huge. So having that many people to pick from, we get to get some phenomenal candidates in there too. And finally, there's a big date for us coming up here. April 6th, weather permitting, will be when the big precast walls start going in at the new Performing Arts Center. And so you've seen piles of dirt. You've probably seen trucks coming and going if you drive by. But most of that work has been underground. And starting April 6th, it's going to shoot up big and bad real fast. So if you're driving around that area, watch out for large trucks. But otherwise, please enjoy. So thanks again, and have a great day.
All right, now we get to welcome the president of the North Iowa Corridor Economic Development Corporation, Chad Schreck, and he's going to give an overview of some of the projects that are actively in progress around North Iowa. And so here's Chad Schreck.
Thank you, Stacy. I do not have Ian's energy. I wish I did, man, or his radio voice like a dude. No, appreciate the opportunity, guys. It's awesome to be with you all this morning. Spring is coming. It's awesome. So excited for the year ahead and all the events Stacy and the team are putting on. Real quick, a couple of cool things that are going on. A few months ago, or about 1 month ago, it was announced we got awarded $3 million for our housing initiatives through Ashley Henson's office, community project funding. So that's really exciting. That's a partnership with Cerro Gordo County, Clear Lake, the Mason City, and the Housing Development Corporation. So we'll be doing our best to get those funds out there. Still waiting on guidance on that. It's obviously federal funding, so there's strings attached. We've got some things to work through on that front. But right now, just trying to line up projects and get some ideas for potential acquisitions of properties, maybe housing rehabilitation, new project development, all kinds of things that money's eligible for. So if you're aware of any properties that might need some help, or that you own, or somebody that would like to donate a house, or whatever the case might be, we've got a lot of cool opportunities through the Housing Corporation right now that we're going to be working through and trying to figure out. I want to give a big shout out to our local banks. We're incredibly fortunate to have strong local banks. And part of that process, those funds are reimbursement based. So we got to have some money to spend before we can get our money back and all of that. So they helped us put together a bank consortium loan. So we have 5 local banks that are participating in that. Really want to thank Clear Lake Bank, First Citizens, MBT, Bank Iowa, and FSB for being a part of that. We're getting $500,000 through that to, again, move through that program and make sure that we can get projects started, get reimbursed with our federal money, and then just keep revolving that and keep it going forward here, hopefully for a long time to come. Workforce housing tax credits are a state program that we work with a lot and have had great success with over the last few years. This year, Clear Lake was designated a thriving Iowa community. So we get extra credit points for that. So we're working with several developers on potential workforce housing tax credit projects. Those are due in June. So I know it's March and that seems a long way away, but for all these different programs, that is not. So we're working through a lot of things feverishly. Shelly Oltman's on our team, helps put those together and is doing a great job. So hope to have some of those going. Working closely with One Vision on their Hidden Acres area, trying to figure out the right way to develop that out. Get street infrastructure and some different things. So hopefully there might be an opportunity for a project in there soon, tied to workforce tax credits and other programs, but we'll see where that all goes. Stacy mentioned North Iowa Day on the Hill, so I won't reiterate all of that, but a couple of issues that we're focused on down in the legislature. Really, obviously, we're watching property taxes. That's a big issue that's coming up. That affects our cities, our schools, our county, and all of us, right? We all pay them. We all love to pay them because we support our communities, right? But they are looking to do some things that, frankly, could make it more difficult for our cities, our schools, and our counties. So we just try on the economic development side. We work closely with our business community, obviously our workforce, but also our cities and counties. So we always preach balance. Let's make sure that any changes we make don't negatively affect our city's ability to operate, our schools, everybody else. So hopefully that'll be the case. Right now, there's a lot of disconnect, I'd say, down there on what the right pathway to solve some of the concerns are. But they all do seem to have a 2% cap kind of thing built in on growth, which, again, that probably sounds nice, but in reality, we all know there's a lot of things going on in the economy that some years that might not be possible for a city to stick to. So we're working through some of those issues. I think our legislators get it for the most part, but there's a lot of politics at play, right? So hopefully that gets figured out well. The other big one is 260E. It's a job training program we work closely with NIAC on. That was included in a bill to essentially pull that program back. And if you're in a business that's used 260E or 260F job training funds, it's a great program. It's been a thing that set us apart for a long time in Iowa. So again, that's one we want to protect. We want to make sure they don't take that away or hinder it in any way. And it looks like our legislators agree with us on that. So we're hopeful that stays the case. Just for example, McKesson, when they came, they got almost $1 million in new job training funds. And that was a big tipping point for them. That helped put that project over the edge and get it in Clear Lake over Minnesota. So just a really important program for us, and we hope we can keep that. On the project side, I think I'll just come out and say, the big topic's been data centers. So we'll address those real quick. Obviously in Mason City, we've got this big rezoning going down in our industrial park area. So we're working through a lot of things on that front. And as part of that, data centers has come up as a big part of the discussion. And the reason for that is data centers, if you've looked around the country, are the biggest part of investment right now. So over the last 2 years, we've had a lot of interest from potential data center projects. That's been one of our bigger leads in the last 2 years. And Alliant Energy, those usually come directly through Alliant Energy, because we have those companies, they come to the utility companies and they say, hey, where's the best location for our type of project? And right now they're pointing them to Mason City because we've got the infrastructure built out. We've got the site pretty ready to go. And that's just been a really attractive site for them. So we've been exploring that for a couple of years, and that's why it's really coming out now and being a topic of discussion. We've looked at, obviously, a lot of concerns on those fronts as you get these things with water and electric use and rates and all those things. And as we've explored that and the types of projects we've worked with, the water issue, we really feel like we've addressed really well. A lot of these companies are using what's called a closed loop system. One of them told us you could basically compare our water usage annually to a restaurant. Like, it's going to be pretty minimal, won't even crack your top 10. So that kind of issue we feel like is pretty well covered. On the electric rates, we've really worked closely with Alliant on that to understand how that works, because you hear these companies using large amounts and there's going to be all this build out. And the way that they've really addressed that is they require any company that comes in and needs a lot of new infrastructure to cover the cost of all of that infrastructure. So if that's $100 million or $200 million, that doesn't get spread to everybody in this room. It goes on that company that's going to force them to build that out. So that was a big point for us. And then if you look around the state, Mid-American Energy has electric rates about half of Alliant. So that's always a sore subject for Alliant, and for us, because we see that, right? But if you look at Mid-American's network over the last 10 years, they've added about 60 data centers on their system, and they haven't had a rate case since 2013, 2014. So it kind of goes to make the point that having that large user on their system helps them to save the cost for everyone else. So those are some of the things that we're looking at as we explore this. A long way to go on anything related to data centers, but just something that, a few things, if you have questions about that, don't hesitate to reach out. I want people to understand, we know that there's concerns and there's issues with those. Our local leaders do a great job of protecting and looking out for this community, and I assure you they're going to do their due diligence on anything like that, in any industry. We got to evaluate each project on its merits. So really excited about some of those opportunities because they do have incredible benefits with property tax base, job creation, and everything else. So we'll continue to explore those things. And again, the community will be a big part of any discussions on those things as they move forward, or if they move forward. A few things coming up for us. We have our corridor investor campaign. If you are not a member of the organization, we appreciate your support. Jenna Heyer on our team really leads that effort. We'll be sending out letters, and we'll be doing some campaign stuff in the next couple of months. Reach out about that. We have our Corridor Connect, our quarterly coffee type event, April 24th over at the MEC at 8:30. Hope you can be there for that. And our annual meetings coming up June 17th right here at the Surf Ballroom. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate the update. All right, now we have a new face with us this morning. Excited to welcome our new mayor, Mark Ebeling, to give the update on behalf of the city.
Thank you. Good. Oh, sorry. Good morning. I won't have as much as Chad or sound as good as Chad, but here we go. I do want to introduce our new watershed coordinator, Adam Sears. Please stand up. Thank you. So Adam's position is a partnership between the city of Clear Lake, Ventura, I think the county, and city of Mason City for the Winnebago watershed, which Clear Lake is a part of. And by doing that, I think will help ultimately in the grand scheme of things when it comes to looking for grants and whatnot for improvements to the watershed in the long run. So we're happy to have him aboard, and he comes with years and years of experience. So we have a CAT grant application for what Steve Deers has called the dueling guitars. And what that consists of is to the south of what will be the hotel in the landscaping, a guitar, and the world's largest Stratocaster, which will be right over here, which will be 35 feet tall. So for those Instagram moments, right? Yeah. We have finishing up the Destination Iowa project we've got the beach access for the dock there and the 3-star bronze statue, which will be at the corner of what is now North Shore Drive and 7th Avenue. That should be done by June. If not, we're going to be in trouble, but all signs point to it'll be done by the end of June.
We're at meatloaf level right now.
We're working on a community housing project funding from Ashley Hinson's office for $3.6 million, and the total project estimated at this time is $4.5. And Chad alluded to this, so this would be for the road that would go from 17th through the property that One Vision owns over to the fertile blacktop. So hopefully that comes to fruition. And again, like Chad mentioned, that's all in pre-planning, and there's a lot of work to do on that. But if we're able to obtain that funding for that road, that's going to help quite a bit. So boost grant we've applied for, and what that will do is we'll bring in people from Iowa State, I believe, to do a housing needs assessment. I'm not sure how long that process takes, but it's good to have outside eyes take a look at what our needs are so we can kind of plan from there. And then Catalyst grant application is in for upper floor living at the Shoneman Realtor office. And there's a some sort of application in June using thriving bonus points for a couple of projects. I still can't wrap my head around all this.
Workforce housing tax credit.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you how that stuff works. It is so complicated. I don't know why they do that. And we also have a catalyst application in for the Lake Theater renovation. And we also, it's probably, you may have heard, but we have a request into Ashley Hinson's office for, I think, $13 million for the 4th Avenue South project. And just so everybody's aware, that could contain roundabouts, which are a very, very good thing. So they are fantastic. I love them. They keep traffic moving. They are designed for large truck traffic. They have what they call turning aprons and pedestrian islands and all that government jargon. So ultimately, they'll be a great thing. So thank you.
Thanks, Mark. I think the long and short of it is that the city is doing a great job of finding outside funding sources to help move some of these critical projects forward. So appreciate all of the work that they're doing on those complicated grant applications so we can have exciting things here in Clear Lake. All right, we have one new member who's going to introduce herself this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome Ginny up here. Yay. Morning, Ginny.
Yes. Hello, my name is Ginny Hall, and I own Hall's Homemade Kitchen. So Hall's Homemade Kitchen takes our family-friendly recipes, and I also combine innovative creations with it. So what do I mean? Our customer-friendly blondies that I create. I use the chocolate chip cookie recipe I grew up with, and then I just tweaked it so that I created a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup blondie that the customers love. Along with that, I also have homemade scratch crust for our pies, along with our customer favorite baked apple cider donuts. So I do local farmers markets, along with doing some local businesses and some pop-ups. And then I also do special orders. And this not only includes just single people, I do businesses as well, where I do their local business for desserts and stuff like that. And then I also do weddings as well. Now, last year, I just got my license. So now I'm allowed to break out away from the boundaries that basically cottage baking allowed me to do. And I am now allowed to do things outside of the shelf stable. And this means that now I also have done some catering for people that consisted not only of just the desserts, but the full meal as well. And then I have now ventured out as in doing things that are not shelf stable. So what does that mean? So local businesses carry my scratch pie frozen. So now you can take it home and bake it yourself. And so you don't have to wait and find me at the farmer's market or at one of my pop-ups. So I am now continuing to kind of create and innovate and do different things through that philosophy to see where it'll lead me next. And I'm excited to do my second year at Clear Lake Farmers Market.
Thank you. Can you introduce yourself? Yeah. I'm putting another member on the spot. That's usually not the greatest approach to things, but I see her sitting there. She's here. I'd love for her to introduce herself.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Desiree Fish. I'm the founder and owner of Phoenix Consulting, and some of the services that I offer is business analytics. So what I mean by that is I go in and kind of evaluate. Sorry, that was, for some reason, I'm like out of breath now. So. Just give me a second. Okay. And I just kind of evaluate businesses to see what resources maybe they're not utilizing effectively. Part of that is establishing customized training programs. So I worked for I have franchise training experience since 2016. And what that means is I take the structure from franchise training and apply it to other industries. And then with that is technical writing. So creating user manuals, training manuals, all that stuff that goes with the training. And then a little bit of leadership development. So connecting with employees and really diving into who they are as people and encouraging them to grow, not just professionally, but personally as well. So it's kind of the overall gist. So thank you.
Great job, yeah. Okay, and you can flip over the back of your quarterly coffee agenda and you can see all of the new members who have joined us since the beginning of the year. All right, we're going to move on to our special updates, things of interest, and honors. If you happen to be part of this section of the agenda, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and come on over here and line up. That way we can just hand the mic. Did I miss something? Yeah, the new employees and promotions. Oh my gosh, I skipped over the new employees and promotions. Sorry, guys. All right, new employees and promotions. If you are part of the new employees and promotions section, we're going to have you come on over here. All right. Sorry about that. All right, Lisa.
So it's my pleasure to introduce Aiden Thompson. He is our new junior loan officer at Farmers State Bank in Clear Lake, and I'll let him tell a little bit about himself.
So last summer I interned at FSB, and then I just finished up at Iowa State in the fall. And I'm very excited to excited to start my career here in Clear Lake. I'm excited to get involved with the community. So,
go Cyclones!
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Janet Johnson with One Vision, and I'm excited to introduce, which many people have already met, Brian Weatherwax is our Chief Development. I'm Development. He's our Chief HR. Yeah.
Do her job.
There you go. You can.
Good morning. Like I said, I'm Brian Weatherwax, and technically I moved up here back in September. So I've been to more than a handful of chamber events and activities, and I just want to take a moment and say that what we've got going here is great. It is very, very impressive from the things we do to Stacy and her leadership to really what makes it happen is this membership when it comes to the activities and the engagement that we have here. It's pretty cool, and I'm very glad to be a part of this, and looking forward to getting to engage and work with each of you.
Good morning. I'm Amanda Golden, Senior Vice President of Business Banking with Clear Lake Bank and Trust, and I'm excited to introduce our newest team member, Drew Walswick. He joins us as a Treasury Management Officer. He'll be based out of our Mason City West location, serving all of our markets, Garner, Clear Lake, and Mason City. So, turn it over to Drew.
Thank you. I'm excited to join such a strong team at Clear Lake Bank and Trust. I love getting involved in the community, so there's a lot of friendly faces out there, but if I've not gotten the chance to meet you yet and say hi, I'd love to, so don't be a stranger. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Adam Sears, the new watershed coordinator for the area, so be working on Clear Lake projects, Mason City, Winnebago River. It's no secret that water quality is an issue today, so I'm here to make it better. Please reach out to me if you see anything or if you need any help with any projects, because I'm willing to help you and improve the area. So thank you.
And I said it at the council meeting on Monday, but I'll say it again. He joins at such a great time because we're getting ready to launch all of our Earth Day activities in April. And so we'll get Adam roped in, and he'll be at the Green Expo here at the Surf Ballroom, and it'll just be a great way for him to get immersed in all of the good work that we're trying to do to, protect our resources and our lake. All right, up next, we have our special updates. So now if you are part of the special updates, things of interest and honor, and I know Christina is so excited about her special update that I feel like I, threw her a bone and then took it away. So, all right, Christina, you can come on up here.
It's good that I have to sit back down. Hi. So most of you know me from Lake Lemonade and our charcuterie business. You've seen us at the farmers market, Thursdays on Main, and we've always been sort of a mobile business. But we are opening a brick and mortar this year. It's going to be in the old Pit Stop building on South Shore, so we're super excited. It's not just going to be a store. We're hoping it's a full experience built for lake life. The space brings everything that we have built all together in one spot, so we're very excited. You'll find fresh bakery items, grab-and-go lunches, boat snacks, our signature charcuterie that's going to be made on site, plus our full drink menu that we've always had. We're going to offer market essentials, so think milk, eggs, bread. If you came to town and you're on that side of town and you forgot something, we're hoping that we'll have that for you. We'll have ice, firewood, s'mores, just in case you need that. Or if you want to sit down, have a drink, and have a quick bite, we'll have some seating inside as well. We've always done our charcuterie. We're continuing to grow our catering, but we're also going to offer vacation meal planning this year. So, you know, if we can handle all of your grocery shopping, your meals, boat-ready snacks so that you have everything you need when you get to town. And if you ask my husband, there might even be some scratch-made biscuits and gravy on the weekends at the store. So that's his contribution. Among many other things. We hope to be open mid-May. That's our plan. So if you see a bunch of cars and construction going on, we're hoping to make it look less like a convenience store from the 90s and more like your lake house.
Good morning. I'm Lenise from Waypoint Medical, and I'm just going to start off this morning with a quick question for everyone. And give me a show of hands. Have you ever felt tired, distracted, stressed out at any point ever? Perfect. I'm in the right place. All right, so we have got, at Waypoint, we have been advancing technology services over the last couple of years. And right now we're having a launch event, which you've got these cards on the table. This is going to be next Thursday, the 26th, 11:30 to 6 o'clock. So we're kind of in the service lineup for the agenda, but also in the event lineup for the agenda. So ExoMind is the category there for what we're launching. We will have all of our other devices available as well if anyone's interested in that. The intent here is regaining focus. It's mind health. So we always, you know, there's so much focus on the body, the face, aesthetic type of things, and we kind of forget about where it all starts. So this is an excellent treatment. There's no downtime. It's non-surgical, takes 24 minutes, and the outcomes that have been happening are just pretty amazing. So please come check it out. There is a QR code on the back of your cards. This will lead you to an RSVP. We're having two presentations. One is at noon, one is at 3. This will lead you to an RSVP form. Anyone who submits that today to be there at the event will get an extra raffle prize drawing, and those are pretty good. So please join us for that. And if you have any questions or wonder a little bit more about it, I'll be here for a little bit afterwards as well. And then beyond that, you know, if you ever kind of get to that mindset of being in a lot of meetings or meetings about meetings and feel like you have all these things going on and you just want to get out of here, not here, Stacy, but other places. That leads me to our flight physicals. So we have done first class, second class flight physicals for, Dr. Brinkley's done those for the last few years, and he now does all classes. So if you're a pilot or if you're if you fly drones, they're now required for drone flying. We can help you out with those for any of the classes. Okay, so thank you and see you Thursday.
Good morning. I'm Andy Tizer, and you're going to see me twice. I am here on behalf of the Clear Lake Yacht Club. We had ice out. We have ice back in, but I'm hoping we're going to see some boats coming out. And I wanted to make sure everybody knew we have registration right now for membership. We have social membership. We have 50 boats that are registered sailors each year. But we have just about 200 families that register for either racing and social membership. So for all of you new people that are in Clear Lake, if you're looking to meet people, the Clear Lake Yacht Club's a great way. I did little slips of paper with both the Yacht Club website as well as our sailing school website. We have about 8 weeks of sailing school in the summer. For youth, they like them to be kind of post-kindergarten, where they're used to being away from the parents for a little bit. And we have adult sailing classes. So it's a great opportunity. I also wanted to mention that we have a big regatta coming this summer. Another lake had to kind of pass on it last minute because of some changes at their yacht club. So we have a great event happening the last week of July. It breaks out into 3 different parts, which is nice as far as the influx of our guests. So it'll range between 250 and about 400 people that'll be here through the course of the week. But it's sailors from Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, some other places. But it's a great opportunity. There's great volunteer opportunities. But it'll be so much fun to see those boats on the lake. It's a youth-based regatta, so there'll be lots of kids, lots of families. They love our downtown. They love our Main Street. They love Larson's. They all leave with the Larson's t-shirt. The merch is great. They love it. They love the coffee shops. They love everything. Last summer, they had this same event in Minnetonka, and the regattas on an island, or the yacht clubs on an island. And if you have, sometimes we don't always have the wind match what we need. If you have some downtime, there's families walking the streets and they just love our downtown. So anyway, membership for the yacht club as well as sailing school registration is open. Thank you.
Well, we don't have as good of news, so we're leading with the sadness, not a joy. But I'm Crystal with Legacy Healthcare. This is Carrie Mahaffey. She's with Oakwood Care Center. We have a service line called the Healthy Living Home Care Program. It has been operational for, I believe, over 10 years. We've had to make the difficult decision to close the program. So Carrie's been working really hard. We have about 30 to 60 individuals that we serve, clients within the community, about a 30-mile radius. Yep. We've been able to allocate services for many of them, but we do have a few that need a place for services, if you know that. Carrie and I are both working with other people, Healthy Living Home Care programs, not Sarasota County Public Health. They're not taking those people, but there's lots of other services out there, so we're looking to kind of disband that. We wanted to share it with all of you. So you heard Oakwood is vibrant. They're still very functional. The assisted living and courtyard, very, very functional. We're doing a great job in both of those service lines. We just wanted to allocate our resources to something we knew we could really focus on and develop. Carrie's staying on with Oakwood Care Center, and you'll still see her face all the time here at our chamber chats. If you guys have any questions, we'll stick around afterwards. Thanks.
Morning, everybody. Troy Tisdall, Director of the Wellness Center here in town. 3 quick things. First of all, some upcoming events, which includes a mistake I just realized I made this morning. Our field house is going to be closed starting at noon today and all day tomorrow for a Summit Martial Arts Taekwondo tournament. This is the second year we've done it. Didn't know what I was getting into when we hosted it last year, and it was one of the coolest things ever. So if tonight, they have like adult black belt competitions. Tomorrow is all day from, I think, 6-year-old all the way up to adult. We're talking weapons and one-on-one. And if you've never seen it, it's incredible. So they bring in their own flooring. It's really cool. And it's neat for Summit because it's a regional thing that they have to qualify for. And so they did it again, and we're able to help them host it. So the field house will be closed, but public can come in. They charge their own admission, but it's worth it. The mistake I made is next week, the field house is closed Thursday and Friday. The post I put out, the email I sent out, and said the 27th to 28th, which is Friday, Saturday. That's wrong. My bad. Thursday and Friday for the high school indoor track meets, which, again, if you're a track and field fan
or if you're not, you want to come see our kids compete. It's pretty incredible. This will be the third year that the school has done that. 12 teams on Thursday of girls, 12 boys teams on Friday. And so come watch the Lions compete. That'll be pretty cool. All right. The next thing, if you want to look at upcoming youth events, there's a bunch of stuff on there. My assistant director, Tiffany, who's in charge of the rec stuff, does a tremendous job. All you got to do is look on that and be like, wow, that's a lot of programs. Everything from archery and fishing to cheerleading and day camps in July. So if you've got kiddos, you know people have kiddos, make sure they know this. Registration opens April 1st, which might seem kind of early for the summer, but we got to do a lot of back-end work on that. So keep that on mind and spread that around. The last thing, if you find the sheet on your table, and there's some extras up here, and before I forget, I will stay around to answer questions or talk to anybody if you have those on this. If you didn't hear, we're taking over the youth baseball, softball. So everything from T-ball all the way up to kids that are currently in 7th grade. If they want to get involved in baseball, softball, it's going to be run through us. We thank the Youth Athletic League for their 30-some years of service doing that. But we're excited to transition that over. And so we've done a lot of work already getting the fields improved. Props to everybody in the city, water, parks, public works, having a plan and a vision to get that out there. The water will be on, restrooms are being renovated, fields are being updated. And this is where you guys can come in. We would love your business on a scoreboard or on a banner on the field, and we still have some team sponsorships available as well. We would love to do things like putting some batting cages out there, improving the dugouts, which just takes a lot of capital up front. So there's opportunities for sponsorships there to get your business or organization or group involved. Like I said, I'll stick around to answer any questions because it's going to look a little different than in the past. For example, a good question I had was, well, what if we sponsor a scoreboard, but it's on a field that nobody uses? Because there was a couple fields that really never got used. We're planning on using all 4 fields equally Monday through Thursday nights from about 5 to 9. So there's going to be good opportunities out there, and we're excited to offer something really great for our kids. So thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mark Peterson with our recycling and wholesale side of our thrift services at One Vision. With Earth Day coming up, I just wanted to come out and give a couple updates of what we've been up to so far this year. Through our recycling services, we've recycled about 1.1 million pounds of textiles. So yeah, all that's been diverted from our local landfills here in Iowa and southern Minnesota. We also have the Green Expo coming up where we'll have a display. We're right across from the Humane Society, so come get your puppy fill while you check out what we've got going on. We also have a few local clothing drives going on with a few businesses. So if that is something that your business would be interested in, for sure reach out. It's a good way to give your employees a chance to donate and clean out their closets, as well as support One Vision and the individuals we support. So the last thing I have is March 28th. We have our one-day celebration out at our KLC. I will be out there, so if anybody would like to do a tour of our recycling area or anything, for sure come find me, and I'd love to give you a tour. So thanks.
Hello, everybody. I'm Amy Hogue, and I'm here to represent the North Iowa Children's Museum. I just wanted to give a quick update on where we're at and the feasibility study that we had done in 2024. So I'm brand new to the board of directors for the Children's Museum. My first meeting was yesterday, and I volunteered. I knew that there would be a lot of people who really care about the community here in this room. And so I thought, hey, what a great place to give an update. So why not just jump in the waters here. One of the reasons that I joined the board, first off, was I am a Gigi to 2 little grandbabies of mine. They live in Texas, and I visit them often. So every 6 to 8 weeks, I try to go and see them. And one of the things that I do every single time is go to the Children's Museum. The community they live in is very similar to Clear Lake. They have an old dance hall that brings visitors. They have rivers that bring tourists. And it really reminds me a lot of Clear Lake. And so I was so excited a few years ago when I heard that Clear Lake, some folks in the Clear Lake area were looking at developing a children's museum here, because it's such a great place to learn and grow and let kids run around. And so it's a really great project that I think started as an idea with a group of women, and now has really turned into something real. We just purchased land that we're really, really excited about. So I don't know if everybody knows where that land is, but if you are driving between Wendy's and McDonald's and you go a couple blocks, there's a big empty lot right back there. So it's going to have great visibility to the interstate. And I think it will, be a great place where if families want to go for the day and go to the museum for a while, grab some lunch, and really just kind of make a day of that visit. There's so many things in Clear Lake and Mason City, surrounding areas that families can do. But unfortunately, in some of the colder months, there aren't as many activities. And so I think that the Children's Museum really will provide a great destination. I do have some sheets. I want to give you guys some facts before I step away, but I do have a sheet. I put one on every table. And some of the things that I really want to call out, the nearest children's museum is to this area is around 100 miles away. So this will provide a great place, a great destination for a lot of people. I think it's over 200,000 when we look at a 60-minute drive, which is typically what people would say. They would drive about an hour to visit a museum. The feasibility study basically shows our profitability. Over 80% of the income will be earned with people visiting the actual museum, and then also sales that we'll have at the museum. So, again, I just wanted to share some facts. Feel free to look this up. We will be out as a group at a few different places sharing information about the museum, and also just trying to get people excited about it. We'll be at STEM Fest next month, St. Ansgar Days, and then our biggest event is When Pigs Fly, which is in September. If you've never been to that, I highly recommend attending. It's a pretty cool event. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them. If anybody is interested in looking at the feasibility study, we are putting it on our website, which was just updated last week. And there's a lot of great details in there that prove the sustainability of the museum. So, yeah. Check me. I'll be standing over here if anybody has any questions. I did bring the study with me too. It's about 200 pages if you want to look at it. Thanks.
You get me again. So this is Jared from Atura, Chelsea from Dean Snyder Construction, again me. And we are here just to spread joy and cheer that the hotel is moving forward. And we are looking to break ground in May. And Jared has, you could show the kind of the current exterior of the hotel. It will be 66 rooms. Chelsea and I have been working hard with the design team. The management company has been hired. We're looking to break ground in May. We've got a lot coming, with events in Clear Lake and lots of good things, but wanted to kind of share that the hotel is moving forward and we're really excited about it. And I moved back to Clear Lake in 2021 and happened to have the opportunity to, my background's in the hospitality industry, and a hotel was presented to me and I jumped in to volunteer and get involved. And so this has been a labor of love for me, and I'm just super excited to have it be part of Clear Lake. So it's moving forward. And anything else?
I'd like to point out that this is probably design number 56 that Jared has gone through. So it's been a long time coming, a long 4 years. This is going to be a great economic impact for the Surf District. And I'd like to thank, obviously, the state of Iowa for the great field tax credit that we were awarded for blighted areas, to really make an impact on this area, brighten it up, and the county for their support. They've done a lot for the Destination Iowa grant and for just overall support of the area. And of course, the city of Clear Lake, they've been involved every step of the way. The past two councils, back to Gary Hughey and Mike Callanan, this was presented as a supporting project to the Destination Iowa grant. So it's been a long time coming. So thank you, everyone, for hanging with us.
We have to thank Jared because he's designed this for 4 years and it's been there and there and there and there. 56 designs.
Thanks, guys. A hotel right by the surf also gives us great opportunity to bid on different conferences that require stays right nearby. So we've been working hard trying to identify different organizations that we can welcome here to North Iowa for conferences. And again, those help with the off season and the slower times of years to get people here. It'll be a great addition to this area. All right, now we are moving on to our upcoming events and programs. So I'll welcome Bree Shally from the library.
Thank you. Good morning. Like she said, my name's Bree and I work at the Clear Lake Public Library, and on your page you'll find the very colorful, or on your table you'll find the very colorful newsletter from the library. So we put these out quarterly. It has all of the events that we run at the library, unless we have some that don't make it into publication. So you can find those on our Facebook. But one that I want to highlight that's coming up that's really exciting for us is we are hosting, in conjunction with the Denver Public Schools and Clear Lake Public Schools, Erin Soderberg Downing. She'll be here May 14th. So she'll be doing some school visits with different classes and grades. Her books have been on several of their reading lists the last couple of years for Battle of the Books. She's very well known, has over 75 best-selling novels, great series for probably first grade through eighth grade. So if you've got any kids in that age range, you know anyone in that age range in different school districts, we will have her at the library at 6 p.m. after she visits all the schools. And then we will also have Three Bells Books there to be selling her books that you can get signed copies of at the event. So it's going to be super fun. We're really excited about it. There's more information on her on our website. If you are looking at just what books those are, you want to pre-read some of them, I can help you out with that. But I do want to also mention, if you're interested in getting this newsletter sent directly to you every quarter so that you know what is coming up at the library as soon as it's published, all you have to do is become a friend of the library. They sponsor all of our membership. They sponsor all of our newsletters through their membership and send them out. So that form is also in there, or you can find them at the Green Expo next month. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ashley Page with the Nyack Papa John Center, and you all have flyers on your table. Some fun things we have coming up actually here in Clear Lake at the new Chamber building is our Youth Entrepreneur Academy, which is for high school kids who have a business idea or are working in a business idea. We have moved it to a hybrid model this year. In previous years, it's been at Nyack for a full week where they have came from 8 to 4 every day to work on their business. This year, we're doing a 2-week model where it'll be utilizing a Google Classroom so they can work on it on their own time. And then they have 2 work days, one each week, that they will come and work through it with us. And we will be having it at Clear Lake on the Thursdays. So if your kid is in the area and they want to work on their business, that is a great opportunity. And that is a free class for anyone in high school. And they do get a $500 NIAC scholarship if they complete it. And then we also have our middle school camp this summer, which will be July 9th here in Clear Lake. It is usually a $49 camp, and thanks to Bank Iowa, they have sponsored part of it, so the fee is now down to $25. That is one day. So if your kids are driving you crazy come July, send them to myself, and we will work through either their own business idea, or we'll help them come up with one based on things that they see in the community or things that interest them and get their little brains thinking about being an entrepreneur or just that design thinking mindset. We also have a patent workshop coming up on April 7th at NIAC. So if you have an idea or a product that you are thinking about starting or creating, we do have, his name is Stash. He is an IBM patent attorney who is coming to talk about patents.
Good morning, everyone. Andrew Smith with Cabin Coffee. I'll start this with a personal note. When I was here back in September introducing myself, I had to let everybody know that I moved here from Honolulu, Hawaii. And many of you met me at that door and asked if I was crazy and knew what winter was going to be like. I'm proud to say that I did survive. I loved every aspect of winter. It was great to have temperature fluctuations of 60 degrees all in one day. So it was it's been a great winter, and it's been great to spend that winter here with all of you. But with Cabin Coffee, next Thursday, we are hosting, not at the restaurant, but at our support center, a blood drive. We're partnering with LifeServe Blood Center. They're the local blood distributor for the hospital, Mercy One, and other hospitals all throughout Iowa and kind of into the Omaha area. One big difference, a lot of people don't realize this, Red Cross is amazing. Red Cross does great things. For people who donate with Red Cross, you're doing a great job. But then when you donate with someone like LifeServe, the chances that your blood's going to go to a neighbor, a friend, or a colleague is much greater because that blood stays here in the community. So from 1 to 6 p.m. next Thursday, we'll be doing that blood drive. On your tables, I've put some flyers. So if you have a customer-facing business and you would like to hang that up, I would appreciate that. I've also attached to it, the second part of my announcement is everybody that donates will be getting a free drink from Cabin Coffee. But in addition to that, I'm putting together a gift basket as the community's way of saying thank you for helping the community. So everybody that donates will get entered into a raffle. So far, I've got merchandise, gift cards. Some businesses have just given me cash to go buy gift cards with. So if any business in here would like to contribute to that, please see me afterwards as well. And then last thing I'll say, on that flyer is a QR code that you can scan and then go ahead and sign up for your appointment. Appointments are available. Walk-in is welcome. And then O-negative blood is desired. So if you're like me with O-negative blood, you can give blood to anybody that needs it. And there's about I think 3 people need blood about every 12 seconds in the United States. So hope you can come out and support us next week. Thank you.
I'm back. Next Saturday is a very busy day for our community. It is. We've got great things. We want you to start the morning with one vision as we live our mission out. It's our one day celebrating community living. It starts at 9 o'clock. We will have a pancake breakfast. It's sponsored by Bank Iowa. We will have all kinds of activities in our gym. We've got a inside walkway for people to do chalk art, all kinds of activities. And then it's followed by a Easter egg hunt outside we have 6,000 eggs already stuffed, ready to go. It's an exciting, exciting day. And this is where we celebrate over 8 people who we have served for over 50 years. So this is where we bring the whole community together and we talk about integration, and it's just a fun day for family. Our pool is open, free of charge. Everything is free. So bring your kids, wear them out. And then in the evening, you need to go support 43 North. And I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Yes, like she said, Saturday is going to be so much fun. So I'm Teresa Price with 43 North Iowa, and of course next Saturday night, the 28th, is our main fundraiser of the year, Dancing for the Dream, right here at the Surf. This is the 17th year of this event.
And this is probably going to be the most competitive group of dancers you have ever seen. It has been unbelievable to see them go above and beyond, not only in their dance preparation, but in their fundraising. If you've never been, it is like a Dancing with the Stars format. So we have 8 teams of 2 this year. And the way that they win the main Crystal Ball Trophy is by raising the most funds. But this year we have a bunch of new awards that we've never done before. Some superlative awards like best costumes, best use of props, best crowd involvement, all of that. And of course, judges' choice for the best overall dance, which a couple people in the room I think are really gunning for as well. So, so just to give you an idea of who's going to be on stage, we have Chris and Cassidy Burke. Cassidy is with Trelleborg, and they both own Walsh's Shebeen in Mason City. Brian and Robbie Polly. Brian with the Mason City Parks and Recreation, and Robbie teaches at Jefferson Elementary. Taylor and Tyler Hedegaard. Taylor is with Country Meadow Place, and Taylor teaches elementary at Central Springs Elementary. Then from the Morning Rush, we have Jay Brooks, dancing with his friend and mine, Amanda Coffin with US Bank. Then Eric and Brenda Merritt. Eric owns Merritt Computer Services, who does all of our tech and many, many other businesses tech. Danielle Pace from Clear Lake Bank and Trust, with her niece, Shelby Shade from LD's Filling Station. Ben Klapperick, 7 through 12 AD at Clear Lake Schools, dancing with his wife, Grace Moore Klapperick, who is a periodontist and owner or partner with dental specialist and implant clinic. And of course, we have Amy Hogue from Bank Iowa and Stacy Dawn. So they are wrapping it up and are going to maybe give us a little taste. I think maybe they're gonna do a little. What do you think? Should they do a little preview? Let's get them up here to do a little preview. I'm serious. Yes, you wanted to, right? Just a little preview while they're coming up. We do have very few tickets left. We've sold over 600 tickets. I think last check there are 22 left. 22 tickets maybe. So if you scan the QR code on the little sheet there, that brings you directly to our ticket registration page. If you haven't got your tickets yet, you them because they will sell out. And if you can't make it, there is on the menu, you can click on make a donation, and that brings you to our donation page. And if you want to donate to a specific team, you can just click on their names and that'll go right to their donation page. The donations do end, the online donations end at 4 or 5 o'clock on Friday next week. And after that, you will be able to donate at the event. So it's anybody's game.
So I'd invite everyone to get your phone out, to scan that QR code, to make a real-time donation. If you're a business and haven't sponsored yet, we'd gladly welcome your sponsorship. No, I'm just kidding. Do we really have to do this? I mean, we are literally going to put every other team to shame. We have the best costume, the best prop, the best dance, the best crowd engagement. So, I mean, hopefully all of the superlatives can come to us, but we're also hoping that we win the mirror ball with our fundraising efforts. So,
also, I will just say, it's been really, really fun. It's been really, really fun to be a part of this and practice, and I've had a great time with Stacy. I didn't get as in shape as like the people on the real Dancing with the Stars, so that was my only disappointment so far. But yeah, it's been great fun.
And we're only going to give you like a couple of counts because it's a secret.
We're all recruiting dancers. Oh, that's all you get.
Oh, are you going to do the marketing?
One more thing. So it sounds like next Saturday we're going to start with pancakes, and then we're going to catch a buzz on the Clear Lake Dive Bar tour from 12 to 6, and then we're going to end the evening supporting these cats. So that'll be a hoot. We have like 10, 11 tickets left. It is 80s themed, so break that out. interesting little tidbit there. I would think a dive bar tour would be like 20s, 30s. Wrong. It's like 45 and up. You guys love the 80s too, so we broke that out. So grab those tickets, check out our Facebook. That's all I have. Thanks, Daddy.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. One quick thing. If you happen to be involved in marketing in any way, shape, or form as a business owner or as a part of your organization, we are just talking to members about marketing, the problems that they're facing with marketing, the things that go well, the things that don't go well, and we'd love your input as we start to look ahead to our next strategic plan. We're loving all of the work that we're doing when it comes to helping through Social Media Power Hour. We have an exciting event that we're planning for the fall relative to marketing and some other things up our sleeve. So Maddie and Libby are going to be here after we wrap up here, visiting with people and asking some questions. So again, if you are a business owner involved in marketing in any way, please give us 10 minutes of your time just to share some of the challenges that you face. With that, we have saved like 25 minutes because Doug and Nelson Crab are not here anymore. And they would totally laugh at that too. But anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for your support of the Chamber. We really appreciate it and hope you guys just have a great weekend with this awesome weather.